Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Review anything or everything. And today we're getting into this video game controller for the phone. Now, I purchased this because I recently, it's very funny. I recently went to a family member's house actually on Thanksgiving, and they downloaded a game for their game console system. And I went on the App Store to see if I could play that game on my phone, if I could download it. And it was actually a redesigned or revamped version of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. So I was able to download it, and right away I was like, okay, I was hooked. I haven't played in games in probably like over 10 years, but I was hooked. So it was the nostalgia factor. So with that, I plugged in an old video game controller that I had laying around. It was from an Xbox 360, so it was a long time ago, and it worked. And from that point, I was like, you know what? I definitely want to get something that's a little easier to manage to hook up. So I looked this up. It was actually on sale. You might still be able to find it on sale, but I'm going to have the link in the description down below for Amazon. And then it's funny because after I purchased it, I looked at some reviews, and a lot of people have said that this was really good in terms of the reviews. It's plug and play, so you don't need to have any extra stuff going on with it. It doesn't require any additional power source because the power will run through the phone. So you can see here different systems and whatnot that it works for. And I think you use this for a game controller for like a home console system as well. But to me, I would say that your purpose would be more so to get it for a mobile phone. Now, you could see here, it tells you the buttons and whatnot, the layout. It also says 15-watt fast charging. Now, I've heard some people say that it doesn't actually charge that fast, but at least you do have a plug-in port underneath the controller, so that way you can actually play. I'm sorry, you can actually charge up your phone while you're playing the games. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired because I'm getting late, so don't mind. Don't have my normal unboxing knife on me, so I'm going to use one of my favorite multi-tools right here. We're just going to slide this open here. I'm actually excited about this because I've been waiting for it to come, even though it's only taken maybe about 3 days to get here, or at least it feels like 3 days. Maybe it was 2 days, but I just really wanted it really bad. So I'm actually excited about this. So let's get into it. All right, let's see. So the company is EasySMX, and this model is the M05. They have other models, but like I said, from what I've read and researched, this is considered one of their greatest because it's one of the latest, and the ergonomics is supposed to be really good for it and whatnot. So let's see here. You got your manual. So what we're going to try to do in this video is, I'm not going to go too crazy. What we're going to try to do is just open it up, plug it right in. The hardware description, connect the power on. Controllable automatically. It says connect the phone to the Type-C interface, stretch the controller open, and place the phone inside. Close the controller to complete the connection. It says Xbox mode, iPhone mode, Bluetooth, Xbox, whatever. Android only, HID and mode, press and hold, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if I'm going to have to put it into a mode to play. I hope that it's just plug and play and it doesn't have to do that, but we're going to see. So let's get into this. So let's see here. So this right here, well, first let's go over this real quick. So got the buttons on here. They feel nice. This is like start button on these kind of things. I'm not sure if that's the equivalent of select. But I know that this is considered like start because from playing the game, that would be the symbol that they have on these on the image. You'll see it when I turn on the game. I'm gonna put on the Turtles game that I was playing. You'll see they use that same icon right there, the three lines as like the hold it to skip to the next area. This right here moves a little bit so that way you can get that on there. So I'm gonna get this. And the pose apparently goes like this. And then I guess you would. Now, one thing I heard is that when you, there it goes. Now, one thing I heard is that when you have a case on, that sometimes it doesn't work fully or properly. So let me see if I'm even able to get this going like this. And I will let you know. All right, you guys. So I figured out a few things, and so installing it is as I showed you that I did it. The only difference is I ended up having to take the case off. So I'm not going to re-show that part, but I did have to take the case off for it to fit, and then it was able to click in. So even the thinnest of cases, because here I have, don't mind, it's a little dirty. This is the liquid air case for my Samsung 23 Ultra, and even though it's very thin, it still doesn't go in and click in. So you're going to have to remove your case. So be careful when you do that. Now you see this light right here that shows the indication of which one it's under. So right now it's under um, the it's under the Android mode. But right here, like I was mentioning a moment ago about the modes. Sorry, we're looking at the wrong side of the page. So here it says Android mode, and it says press and hold the FN plus the turbo button. So this is the fin button, and that's the turbo button down here. And you hold them, it says until you get switched to the yellow light slow flashing. But right here, you see it's on the white light. That's actually the one for the Android. At least that's what made the Android work. It tells you here Xbox mode is white light. Now, I will say this. Maybe I am in the Xbox mode because I use an Xbox 360 controller, plug and play, USB plug and play, and it worked. So maybe it works on the white mode as well. Then it's the iPhone mode is green, and this other Xbox mode is purple, Bluetooth Xbox mode. So what I'm going to do is, sorry, I have something on the screensaver that I just didn't want to show. So turn this down a little bit. So what we're going to do is this. Right now, it goes up and down. You see it's in the white mode. I'm going to press this. Hold it. Control is disconnected. That's the blue mode. You see the light right there. Hold it again. We're in the green mode. It may not show on screen, but that's green. And now we're in yellow. And it's working in yellow. But I can go to white. It was working in white before. So not sure why it's not now. Was disconnected. So let's just make our way back to the green then. So just find the mode that works for you. You can just hold it and it's going to go. It says yellow is supposed to be Android. Okay, so it's a light green, but it counts as yellow. So okay. So and it worked on the white before. So we're gonna okay, hold on. There we go. Sorry about the focusing. So I'm gonna go here. I am going to let's just go to Bible mode, and I just want to show you guys real quick how things play. This is not a kind of take or review on the game. This is just for the controller. So I just wanted to show you guys that everything's working. Now you see that symbol right there? And it says hold that. That's triple button, like I said up here. You hold it, it goes through. So that's how you know that's kind of the start button. Once again, sorry that the screen doesn't necessarily focus that well on the content on the phone. That might just be because of the screen. So I'm sorry about that. That it's not you know. And now I'm playing behind the screen, so it's a little bit harder to get used to. So far, the responsiveness feels pretty good. What's funny is I've never had lag while playing this thing before, even with the Xbox 360 controller. And now I feel like I'm experiencing some lag. And I don't know if that's because of the controller or is that because of um, I can only deduce in my mind that it's because of the controller. But the controller itself is not lagging, just the game is starting to lag. So that's a big difference. I'd rather the game lag than the actual controller's response. So yeah, so far pretty good. Even when I double tap, that responds pretty quickly. You double tap on the D-pad to run forward, because that was when I don't have a controller. That's a big deal, because trying to use a D-pad on the screen is always very tough. So don't mind that I'm getting the crap beat out of me, but okay. So obviously you guys can see. I'm gonna disconnect this now, but I'm gonna pull it out. Okay. So I like it. It's responsive. It definitely feels nice and portable. I'm no expert, so I can't tell you as far as like comparison to other ones. But as far as just the way it feels, I like the way it feels. It feels nice. It definitely uh, for a pinch. Now I got it on sale for $31. I don't know if the regular price is what was reflected. It said something like I think 60 or 70 or $70. I don't know if it's really the regular price because sometimes things are advertised as a certain amount and they're not. Right there shows you the modes on here. So that's nice too. That shows you how to switch it right on there. So you didn't even need the instruction manual, to be honest with you. So yeah, you guys. Once again, I like it. If I had to say there was any kind of drawback just off my first initial impression, it's just the fact that you have to take your case off. But I get it because this has to cater to the size of all phones, so it can't take in consideration all cases as well. Because at that point, it might kind of make things a little tricky. It feels responsive. It did show I've experienced lag on the game. You know, while doing that, so you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a different mode real quick in the game, and I want to see maybe if that is if that's a contributing factor in any way. So let me see. Okay, gonna go game. I'm gonna go to the regular mode, and I'm gonna see if that affects things. I'm sorry for the camera angle, you guys. I don't have more in screen, but but the camera that I'm using right now doesn't really have such a wide angle, so I didn't. Let me see if I can vacuum Gill's junk out of the screen. Let's see if this maybe helps a little bit. Let's see. Go to arcade mode. Donatello is my favorite turtle. Press and hold this button here. The one thing I will say too is that this joystick here gets a little bit in the way of me double pressing both these, because that gives you a maneuver you could do. That upwards hit, that's a little hard to do on here. But other than that, just make a note of it. I wouldn't call it a knock on the controller or anything. But now, if you see it lag on here, then for sure, could tell you that if it lags on here, that is definitely the controller is causing lag. I mean, playing behind the screen is a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna deny that, but so far it feels fine. I'm not seeing any lag, but like I said, that mode that I was playing on before, I didn't have lag on it before when I was playing with the Xbox 360 controller. I don't think I'm having any lag on here now, but obviously you did see lag a moment ago when I was on that other survival mode. When I was in that survival mode like that, there was lag. So, and that's just something that's evident. Now, I don't know if because there was a lot of enemies on the screen, maybe I don't. I mean, I've played that mode before without it, and without a controller, and I didn't see the lag. So, but without a controller, I was getting smacked around. So it's different, maybe. I did play it with the Xbox 360 controller, and I did not experience any lag that I can remember. So that is definitely a thing. I'm about to stop in a moment because I don't want to spend the whole time you guys just watch me play. But my point was to just let you guys know that the controls feel good. And this is, I don't like using the analog when it comes to games like this, but the analog works fine. All right. All right, you guys, and I'm going to end this here. All right. So let me just pull it out. All right, you guys. So that is the EasySMX M05. I like it. It's nice. And that's really all I can say about it. I'm not a video game expert. I'm not a controller expert, so I can't really say all that much on it. But from what I see of it, I really like it. And as always, you guys like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.